What is up? I love you guys. I love you. I have had this running through my heart the whole time I was taking my kids to school this morning. So here it goes. Daddy loves you. And we have to become aware of that. A few years ago, when I was first starting to learn identity, a few years ago when I was first starting to learn identity, I was put on to 1 Corinthians 15 verse 34. The Papa highlighted that verse to me, and in the natural, if we listen to it through a religious ear, it's very condemning. Because the verse says, awake, or awaken, some translations say, or wake up to righteousness. For some of you, awaken to righteousness and do not sin. For some of you are unaware of the knowledge of God, and I say this to your shame. Now that doesn't sound very, woo! Thank you. But if you, he was like, check out that word awake or wake up. And it's a word called eknepho in Greek, which doesn't really mean anything just because it's in Greek. But the meaning behind the word, the connotation that that word carries is wake up to reality. Wake up. Sin has caused you to be in a stupor. It's likened to, I'm reading right now from some notes in Bible Hub app. The Bible Hub app has an amazing concordance section where there's like more explanation to the word. So it says wake up. It means to be delivered out of drunkenness, from drunkenness to sobriety. It means to have an awareness of the outcome you've been brought to become aroused and awakened out of the stupor of spiritual delusion and to come to your senses. It means being sober-minded or snapped out of the intoxicating influence of sin and brought into keen alertness of spiritual truth. Wake up. And that's all sonship is waking up to the truth that you're a son of God, you're a daughter of God, and He wants to mature you and make you just like Him, because that's all you were ever made to be. All the other stuff is hogwash. It's junk, and you trying to get better by yourself is hogwash. It's junk. Romans 12:2. I named my side ministry Renewing the Mind Daily, because Romans 12:2 was one of the first things he showed me. And it says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And your mind is not just your brain, because your logic won't get it, but it's your heart. It's something you feel in your heart and your spirit, and it bypasses your logic. You're transformed by the renewing of your mind. The thing is, we have to wake up to the truth. And the truth is, you were never made to be anything other than a child of God. And He loves you. Jesus didn't come because we were looking for Him. God sent Jesus because we stopped looking for Him and we were lost. He came to save that which was lost, which was all humanity. We lost Him. We couldn't even comprehend a bit of what reality is. So the thing we're struggling with, the only thing we're dealing with is waking up to the truth. Hell knows who we are. God knows who we are. The only people that are questioning who we are and what's going on is us. And it doesn't have to be that way. God is crushing the wisdom of the world with the foolishness of preaching. And it's just believe. You've believed bad stuff. Now it's time to believe good stuff. You've believed death. Now it's time to believe spirit and life. Oh, man. There was something else I wanted to add, but two basic human instincts: survival, wanting to live, and wanting to give and receive love, affection. Isn't it interesting? God has no portion of death. Nothing about God has death. He's actually called life, spirit of life, and he's called love. God is love. So the two things that you are wired to desire and crave and need, your dad supplies, and you're his kid. So just go to your dad. Say, I don't get it. Help me to wake up. Eknepho. 1 Corinthians 15:34. Wake up to righteousness. Wake up to the truth. You have been in a delusion. Sin has, just like alcohol, inebriated your mind. Now your mind is made right. So just like we have gotten drunk before on poison and death, the new covenant is given to us in the element of wine and bread. You can get inebriated on the new covenant. Have your mind saturated and get drunk on the truth of the Holy Spirit, Jesus in you, the Father living in you. You can get drink the new covenant. The new covenant is a drink. There's nothing you do to earn it. You just go to your dad and get a drink. And it grows up inside of you all by itself, just like when you eat and drink in the natural. It takes care of itself. You don't tell your organs to process it a certain way. It just does it by itself. And if it doesn't do it correctly by itself, then you have a problem in your body. So the issue we have is waking up and just receiving and letting it grow. I love you guys. He loves you. It's true. We're just waking up. So have an awesome day being woke today.